Hello again, everybody. I am Asher, sitting in for Razim, and we're doing some more Cosmoteer. We just split up the recordings for the YouTubes and such. But yeah, make sure that you do subscribe to the YouTube if you watch this. I am trying to get to partner there, or full partner, because I guess they've got a step in between there somewhere or something. I don't know. I can't find info on it. It's weird, but I just need some more subscribers. Anyways, back to the game. It is very weird that you cannot send me more people.
Yeah, I don't know. It just says you can't take anymore.
Because, yeah, this station has beds for 72 crew.
Yeah, that'd probably be enough.
I have 20 on there.
But yeah, like I can send you, steel and stuff like that, but I can't send you any crew.
Very weird.
And I can't send it to any of your ships.
Well, I know the Fanged Fighters are both full. I specifically got those filled up. I now have my hyperdrives all ready to go. I just need to get myself some more,
Oops.
I just need to get myself some more, Hyperium for it. And we're gonna go take on another pirate base! Hopefully this isn't like the last one! Or rather, the last fucking two! Mainly because I don't want to have to rebuild this ship again. So far, all good. Evil laugh. Yes! Gotta do the evil laugh. Mahaha! It's how they know you're truly evil. Oh, this little itty bitty ship. It's about to get decimated.
I'm running 43 crew with a suggested crew size of 14.
I've got suggested crew size of a hell of a lot more. On everything. My suggested crew size on my main ship is 78. On my station, it is 95. I don't understand how they calculate all this stuff, but...
And I somehow managed to still get stations that are unmanned. How in the hell does that work?
What do you mean?
I had stations that my mining lasers were unmanned. There wasn't enough people for them. Everybody was off doing something else, like
Yeah,
sitting in their rooms.
the crew thing is weird. Well, I don't like the fact that it seems like this base does not have any extra defenses on it. That worries me a lot. Yeah, I definitely want to get some deck guns for my ship. I just gotta figure out where to put them and get the money and resources and whatnot together for it. Don't go anywhere. Come near my station. Alright, just sit there for a bit. Ammo incoming. Yeah, I'm transferring it over now. It's just gonna take a little bit. Good night, Merle. Thanks for coming by. I have been graced with soup. I like soup. Or just got home and brought me soup. Hey, Jester. Hi, dear guardian. Might be a good idea, Robert. Might be a good idea indeed. Especially considering the fact that apparently only one of my people is actually transferring this fucking stuff to you. And none of your people are helping. Ugh.
I can't get rid of all these people that I bought for you, and because of that, I have to have beds for them all. I can't retrofit my ship without having beds for everybody.
Sorry. Build a new ship.
No, I can't because it says not enough beds. It won't let me change ships. I can't.
Nope.
I can't deconstruct this one.
No, you can just build a new ship. There's a button up in the upper left.
Oh, I don't have money for that because I spent it all on people.
Oh. Fair. Sorry. I did not,
That's okay.
I was not expecting it to be like, no. Fetch! Hi, Hex. Hex, you should come join Voice. You too, Fetch. And others that want to. Okay, while we're sitting here just waiting for this ammo to transfer, I'm gonna go grab food or water.
Do I need to fly over there just to give you more people to transfer ammo? I don't even know if that works.
Duke.
Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of, I think it's only my crew that can do it for some reason. Which is good to know.
Instead of having your crew transfer, you can have your crew just dump it overboard, and then his crew can pick it up.
I don't know if that would go any faster. Maybe it would go faster, but oh well. I think the problem is that my crew keeps going into your ship and putting it into your gun, and you've got a horrible layout. Okay, please, add more doors. That's the biggest problem here, is that they're going from the airlock up, around, and then down. Whereas if you put in a door right there next to that airlock, and then another, you know, optimize your pathing. Please. Yes, it is multiplayer. No, they cannot bring their own ships from other saves. The multiplayer is weird in this. There are player slots, and those are what it's all tied to. So it's literally a drop in, drop out. Whoever player, player 2 was originally Tanya. And now Robert has come in and taken over Tanya's ship and made this instead. And then player 3 came in and had no ship, and I had to go get them a ship because we didn't start the game with player 3 having a ship. And so now if we get a fourth player, I'm going to have to go acquire them another ship. Oh, right. Right. You lost Tanya's ship.
Yeah, it seems like it's your single-player game. It's just other people can pilot other of your ships, but it's still your game.
Except that when you're offline, your ship just sits wherever you left it, so... yeah. I can't do anything with the ship. I can't take it over, I can't do anything.
Why are we paused?
We were paused while I was explaining that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And now
I thought you were
somebody
still
else is
transferring
paused. I am really worried about the fact that this pirate base does not seem to have any turrets around it. What the fuck am I about to approach here?
Maybe it was already blown up by an NPC.
Oh, God! It's another one of these. No! No! Get back here! No! No! I don't have the money or resources for getting missiles, but they are definitely on the list. I might have the resources to build them, but I don't have the actual missiles because I just sold all my missile parts. So this station is the exact same as the one that I've run into twice now. And one of those I turned into my own ship. I have thrown a lot of I have thrown a lot of thrusters onto this thing. Okay, I am going to pause and get things ready to go. I'm going to issue some commands. You strafe to here. And then go ahead and move here. And then we'll have you engage properly. Meanwhile, all of you strafe up this way. Because of all the stuff that I've added onto the back of it, dear. Oh, yeah, I was not expecting you to be here at all, I was not expecting you to be here. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. I'll be okay. Maybe. Oh, God, why is it this fucking base again? Fair warning, there are going to be multiple pauses here. Oh, good point. Thanks for reminding me, Robert. Okay, unpausing. Yeah, I had a wonderful plan and then my base got stuck. And so did this one. What the frick? Okay. You two focus that. Excellent. You got that beam down. I'll go for that one. Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. All batteries, focus fire! Excellent. Now on the cockpit. Good job, everyone. Now the other cockpit. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Well, I got the job done. That was definitely not the outcome I wanted, but got the job done. So, hey, get out of here! What the hell are you doing? These are my resources. You literally didn't even help with it. Actually, I don't mind that much. There's probably a lot of ammo in here, but, yeah. At least let me repair stuff before you start grabbing anything, though. Well, no, it did not have cannons, but the other ones at least had a storage bay full of ammo anyways. I think because I took out the reactor, we may have lost all of that ammo, though.
Wee wee. And then wee. Wee wee. Wee. And wee.
Oh yeah, you can turn helping repairs on and off. Alright, that one's good, that one's good. This could use some repairs, but not much. You all having fun out there? But yeah, there's a lot of there's normally a lot of resources, but I kind of blew this up. But yeah, well, this is a really fun game. I've been enjoying it a lot. And the game's still in their early access. I know they've got quite a few things that are in the works, whoa. I know on their timeline thing, eventually they are adding what they've got labeled as transforming ships. I am very intrigued by this.
That can be interesting.
Wee. And voy. Wee. And voy.
Chrysops is precious.
Wee.
Yeah, I think I definitely think that I blew up all the ammo that was in there. Oops. What? Why? That is not a victory!
Nuclear launch detected.
Here, you're gonna get a whole bunch of, You're gonna have yourself a whole bunch of, stuff you can grab here shortly.
And voy. Wee. And voy.
Don't grab it yet. But here in a
Nuclear
moment...
launch detected.
Okay, go ahead and grab the stuff that's on top of my station. You can just have all of that. Oh, I guess I gotta unmark it. Okay, there you go. That's a whole bunch of ammo. There's some other resources mixed in there as well, but that should be enough to keep you occupied for a while on ammo. If it's not, what's wrong with you? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking there, Woe. Like, I can specify what goes into each storage spot in my storage bays. If you're referring to things like... Oh, scavenger delivery? No, that's... you don't have anything for that. You can just specify what resource goes in each tile. Or you can leave it up to the AI to do it, and they do things like this, where I've got ammo that's partial, and... ugh. So those were storage bays, Woe, that I decided to delete in order to put something else in that space. That's what you were looking at. Yeah.
Duke.
Yeah, by me deconstructing those, it made the resources inside just drop into the into space. I am considering doing away with the ion cannons on the back of this ship. Considering I've blocked them off with thrusters.
A wise choice for leader.
Zoroark 720 has purchased 1 avatars and Martin's packs.
Oh, hey, there's a pirate ship still in the system.
Zoro, thank you so much for that purchase. Thank you for supporting the channel. And the reason why I'm not moving them is because I don't have the crew to operate them anyways. That's the main reason why I'm not moving them out.
Hey there, wrote William. Just thought you should know that Zoroark 720 thinks you're cute. Zoroark 720 can't get the eggs out.
Robert, please stop telling your ship to go follow mine, because it makes mine basically stop. Just manually direct it. Because, yeah, when you go with formations, they slow down to let the other ships in the formation catch up, and, yeah.
There is a setting for that, but it'll probably break your other ships that aren't.
Yeah, that's why I don't have it enabled, is I don't want it to break the other ships. Also, this ship needs more engines. Nice, Robert. Nice. Oh, hi, Rex.
Wee wee. And then wee. Wee wee. Wee. Hey boy.
There. Now my first ship should be able to keep up. Alrighty. Draw 'em my way. I'm making my way over there. Well, that worked. I won't allow you what? Rex, the voice chat is always open for you.
Ooh, hello, sir. Hey, Burning Sun. Hey, Rob.
Hello.
Hello there, Rex.
Hello there. Good to see you. Good to hear you.
Oh god, we're 4 times speed mining again.
Right. How you been enjoying your game?
Oh,
Pretty
I am
good.
very much enjoying this game.
Quick, what have you accomplished today?
I've
curious
taken
how you
out 2 more of those pirate stations that gave me such a trouble.
Oh, nice. Check out power stations. Have you upgraded your ship any?
A bit. Mostly more storage type
I think that's what I'd
upgrades.
focus on. Yeah, I'd focus on that hard. I hate having storage limits. I usually max out that stuff in games. I like and hate it.
Torch of the Concentrate? That is a name for a ship.
It is. Ah. Yeah, I finally wind down. Got a little sniffles here, but yeah, I finally have some days off incoming, and I'm off work. And I had some tacos for Taco Tuesday. Watched a little show of some undead show about this person who gets out of a bad job from Japan, and like where he's basically a slave, and then he ends up in a zombie apocalypse, and he's super fucking happy to be in a zombie apocalypse because he worked one of those like terrible jobs in Japan. So it's about a dude. Yeah, it's about a dude who makes a bucket list, and he just has fun in a zombie apocalypse and treats it like a just like a vacation. It's kind of it's pretty fun. Yeah. I think I'm just relaxing. I might just chill out and just vibe with you while you play this for a bit. Play something inside.
Sounds good to me.
I'm guessing you haven't beat Baldur's Gate yet, right?
No.
Make sure I didn't miss that. Hey, Kenku! Also, hi again, dear Guardian. Good for us, puppy. Keep sniffling.
I noticed!
Sorry. I'll try to watch the sniffling. I'll mute if it gets bad. Or worse.
I was gonna say, if it gets bad, it's already there.
Oh, did you call me bad? Wait, what? Starts whining.
No, you are a good boy. And hey, Rocky. Good night, Rocky. Sleep well.
You said the G word. Wait, does that mean I'm G-Man? Oh shit, I'm in Half-Life. Uh, that's a lot of shots. What are those? Are those your targets? All the yellow ones?
Oh, that's salvage that I'm grabbing.
Oh, can you go into a black hole?
I have no idea,
No.
but I would assume no.
Dang, no black holes in the game. That's a shame.
Well, I don't know if there are any. I just assume I cannot go into them. Considering that, as we did discover, going within this red ring around this star meant that my ship got torn apart.
Oh. So... Huh. I guess that's kind of like a black hole.
Yeah.
It's a star that destroys your ship.
I got too close to the star and it just started destroying my ship.
Must be like a hot star or something.
I mean, that's literally all stars.
It's
Is
just
it a sun?
burning-
Does it burn?
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's just a bright star.
Just like you.
Wait, what? I'm a burning sun that...
You are a bright star.
Oh, that's so corny. I love it. I love you, sweetheart.
Because I'm the burning sun, not you.
Oh. Burning star. Sorry. Oh Lord, I just saw a bunch of resources pop up. PTSD.
Oh, there's a bunch of resources all over the place. Though right now I am only concerned with whatever I need for the hyperdrives. Which there is some Hyperium, that's what it is.
What does that do for you? Get you to other places or something?
Yeah,
Is that for your movement? Okay, that makes sense.
it lets me travel quickly to other locations.
Oh. That's important.
All of my ships are jump capable.
Wait, you have multiple ships? I thought that was other people playing with you.
No, I got 4 ships for myself, and then the other 2 could get more ships if they wanted, but right now they only have 1 each. There's one here, that's Burning Suns, and then this is Robert.
Oh, I see them.
Crap.
Right.
You two! Engage! Also, I am echoing off of you again.
No. Let me turn you down on my headset so you don't pick up as much. I have you pretty loud for personal reasons.
Oh, I'm
Slicer.
sure you do.
Oh, thank you, and you're cute.
Wostein_oil says, Rex just hasn't experienced nuclear boot heat generation yet. Hee.
As an owl-powered owl powered generation. Oh, that guy's getting wrecked.
These little fanged fighters are kind of buffed up out the wazoo.
Tactic, spit roast. He's literally destroying that person.
That is the plan.
No. Can't escape. You got them on 2 different sides.
Well,
But can you pull a Star Wars? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I pull a Star Wars?
Yeah, can you hyper light drive through another ship? Kill it.
Oh, that!
Yeah, that dumb shit.
I thought you were talking about, the Death Star, and I'm like, yes, I can do that.
If I wanted you to make something, I'd want you to recreate your crazy box death thing you have a clip of. You remember, right?
Oh, the
spikes.
Zim Cube.
Yeah, the Zim Cube. I'd want you to recreate that on here. I don't know if you can do that though.
I cannot.
I'm gonna type something to you that's private. It's an in joke. I'm not gonna say out loud.
I'm not sure why you loving me is private, but okay.
Har har. Oh, I'm mute because I was typing. But yeah, all you in the chat, you are good beans. All of you cute.
Ну вот,
Pop some
короче, Бадди
emotes.
остался один в комнате и кое-что
Yeah, what he said.
наделал.
That's your cute in German. Or whatever language that is.
I was, yeah, that's not German, that's Russian.
Russian? Russian, okay. Oh my god, what happened to the Marten? Oh,
He
got him.
fought bravely, but failed to save his beanbag chair.
Oh no! He looks like he came out of the snow.
Извините, забыл.
Oh, they're trying to do the motion tracking on every hair. And they have all the little 3D balls.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
mo-capped. Mo-cap Marten.
Look at that. For
Mo-cap Marten.
months after this, they were finding... Every now and then he would just have a video where he is just covered in those things.
That's
Ну, это,
cute.
конечно, всего лишь пенопласт.
Well, not
Yeah, that's why I
covered,
don't buy
but
those.
he had several of them on him.
Yeah, we used to have a beanbag chair. That didn't last long with the cat either. I can imagine Marten would tear that up easy.
Martin's he loved his Buddy loved his little toy there, his beanbag chair.
Yeah.
Just a little too much.
They want to dig. They want to go inside.
Yeah.
Oh, I would definitely. What I would do is get a bunch of packing peanuts in a box and leave that around. In
No.
there. Packing peanuts bad?
That would wind up all over the place.
It would be so fun for the Marten and cute. We'd have to clean it up. Okay, how about a big box? Packing peanuts are at the bottom. Like it's a big box. Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
No. No.
Okay. I am going to buy a bunch of those like little playground like colorful balls that they put in those playgrounds and have that set up somewhere.
That would work.
Alright, good. That one's for me though.
Dear, please use English. I do not know what you're saying.
What? You don't know what Zimochoy Kasakasa means?
Dear,
Because,
please ban Rex.
What? Oh no. Ban bots? I don't think you can ban bots. If you time me out, I lose my mod though.
As Rex is worriedly checking.
I'm not checking, I'm just sniffling. Fine translation, Tim is very cute. You're gonna be careful.
Ah, Rex ban deer.
I warned you, those were danger words. Alright, let me just click that and there, a band deer. There we go.
That does not look like a ban.
That Charmander's part of a band. Instructions are unclear. I'm sickly. I'm sniffling. A sniffling little Toto Fuka over here.
No, you cannot control it. You just have... No.
What? What?
Nope.
What do you mean? What? What?
You cannot. You cannot understand me.
You're funny. You're very funny.
Mahaha!
I like how your ears poke out of there. Oh no! Don't! I know what you did. Oh,
Kinda.
don't do that.
Worstein_oil has turned Rex Strider
What is
into a
it?
cup chew. They can
Look,
only talk like that
look,
Pokemon for 2
don't.
minutes.
No, chew, 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 chew. Oh, chew.
I guess I'll just give in.
Chew! Chew! Damn, chew. Chew! Chew! Ooh! Oh! I mean, chew! Chew.
Well, I came into something interesting. Rex.
Ah, choo choo!
Did somebody just give you the 1,000-yard death curse?
Chew, come chew, chew. Chew. Cup chew. Oh,
What?
chew. Chew.
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Worstein_oil has turned Razim/Asher into a Umbreon. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Chew.
Umbreon.
Choo choo.
Well, Zim, I came in to potentially continue any narration now that I finished the I see though that you appear to be quite occupied. So
Chew?
I will go ahead and I'll make my business my
Chew!
business conversations right now. I unfortunately gonna have to start charging about $500 per chapter. Please
Chew!
tell me if you accept or decline this agreement.
Good timing. Also, I realized why you turned me into a cup chew. Hilarious.
Umbreon.
Oh, I'm glad that you accepted. I'll go ahead and I'll get that contract signed. Only a paw parade is all you need. And we'll get that going. So,
That was
pleasure
a
doing business.
that was a reveal for me. The darkened Asher. It's pretty cool looking.
Aw.
I wish it didn't have the context of me making Asher cry going into the dark side, but you know, it's still really awesome to see that for the first time. It's really cool.
Take all your shinies, literate one? What are you talking about, Paradoxical?
I don't know.
So hello, Rex. I hope you're feeling better.
No, I'm evil now. I'm actually going to, for my first act of being evil while having the sniffles, I am going to start a hype train! Yes. Everyone, 100 biddies each. Make a hype train. Yes. Hype train on Asher. Well, oh, are you blepping? Oh my god, you're blepping. It's cute. Yeah, hype train. Hype train the Asher. Yes. Oh my goodness. You look at the screen. It's like the GIF. That's cute. That's really cute.
Paradoxical, you have 500 shiny things for a chapter and lack an ability to read? Well, you want to do something, you're always welcome to head on over to my channel and put stuff down if you want to. Or you can support my friend here, whichever one you want.
Also, your hands are better. You can
Yeah,
actually...
I got that fixed.
Nice. Rygon, how are you now that I can greet you properly?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I was in here a little bit earlier doing some narration. Had to step away for an important game conversation.
Oh. Well, good to have you back.
Yeah.
Yay!
Roasting
Whoa!
underscore royal
Oh,
shared with
no.
100 eggy bitties.
Rah.
Well, here's my 100. V let the chaos launch. Go on ahead.
Rah.
Join in, folks.
Yes. Begin the hype train. Do it. Do it. 100 BDs. is all
Thank you
need.
very much. Whoa. And yes, I can stick my tongue out now.
Oh.
They can blip. They also, have a
Also-
really cool
Wee,
rainbow.
wee. And if we.
Here's this one too.
Wee. Hey, boy.
Really cool rainbow edition of Asher. I like that, like, totally the patterns change color, really, so it's kind of pretty sweet looking. Even the gloves change color a bit. Nice. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I can tilt my ear now.
Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Paradoxical Otter.
Wait, you were
For some reason, it didn't notify me of that. What's up?
I was like, I was gonna be like, why weren't you following before Paradox? Oh God, don't take that. I need those diamonds.
Another good reason is if you get enough bits, you can get the...
Actually, never mind. Go
Asher.
ahead.
Too late, already abandoned.
I caught my sneeze. I'm powerful. I caught it just in time. Oh no, it's coming back.
Oh, have yourself a good night, Kenku.
Wait, what?
Kenku said they're going tonight.
Oh,
Going to bed.
good night, Kenku. And good
And
night
same
to
thing
you.
with Willis time.
Yeah, good night to you as well, Woe.
Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, I'm going to go get a soda. You still want me to continue narrating, or are you on to something else? If so, then I'll just
I
pop
am-
out and go watch some YouTubes.
I'm good with you narrating.
Okay.
I'd say just one more chapter so you don't push yourself too much, you know, but...
Well, the voice seems to be doing all right. Just doing that thug's voice tickled my throat something silly.
Ah, fair enough.
Alright, I will go get some soda and we can continue. We'll be real quick.
Oh man, I think I might actually, I got pink eye or something. Oh well. Where?
I'm sorry, Rex, but I'm afraid I did not give you permission for that.
I don't have permission to be... Damn, that's some powerful dominating right there. You don't have permission to die, soldier.
You do not? Pop?
Sir. Sir, yes, sir. 10-4.
Good boy.
This is going to be a very weird game of Call of Duty. Just imagine that. Call outs, but doing that. That make your eyes blue? I wish it was that easy. It's against the rules to be sick. Is that part of your rules? When your rules set?
Yep.
Dang. I've never seen your rules before, to be honest, actually. We've actually... There. What? There's no rules. Anarchy. You hear that? Chaos.
No, there were rules. They're just something that you would have seen when you first started talking in the chat.
Oh, that's true. Anywho, good luck. I'm out for. Oh, whoa, left while I was gone. Have a good night. Whoa. Oh, man. Technically, I'm on my weekend now, so I can actually take a break. No more work. Just chilling out with Zim in space, floating in space.
Faith! And then tomorrow we've got, whatever you call it.
Lost in Chaos?
Yes.
Asher would be totally in the space, like that portal guy. That's cool. Thank you.
But you didn't comment on the ears.
Ah, they're adorbs. They're pointed. They're slanted. They're sideways. I also wish to give you more bits so you can be RGB again, because that looked really cool. Is there a redeem for that?
There is not.
Damn.
That is only when I get subscriptions, bits, or follow. Gotta give them something special just for that.
True. I got a 5 or a 3.
Rex, what part of you're not allowed to be sick do you not understand?
Oh, apologies, sir. Let me. How do I sound now? I sound pretty not sick.
No, now you sound even more sick.
Oh,
What
hell
the
yeah!
hell?
Like in a cool way, like I'm sick, or like.
No, like you might die any second.
Oh shit, that's not good at all. All right, let me try something else. Ooh, all right, let me try to do Kermit. Kermit. No, I can't do Kermit. Never mind. I don't have a Kermit voice. All I got is a Piccolo voice, and that one's kind of a reach. Gets dead. That's a funny sentence. Gets dead. What's the TF thing? I forgot what the TF icon is. Oh, the TF robot. I don't know how to make it work.
You redeem it?
Oh, it's a redeem?
Yeah.
You over there, singing man! I need your assistance.
Oh, whoa.
Shut up and take his money!
Oh, what money?
The monies. The rupees.
Huh?
Yes, the rupees.
What are you
All
talking
the monies.
about?
I don't know what
Did
he's
you-
talking about. I think he's got a, you know, one of those fever dream kind of things.
You sold me potatoes, but they weren't potatoes. They were actually yams. And I want my rupees back.
No.
Good talk. Zim, I couldn't get the rupees back. I'm sorry.
Haha, now the
I mean-
pressure has fallen for my yam scam.
Yam scam. That's a great
It
name
was-
for it.
It was made by my gram. It's my gram yam scam.
Oh god, this is escalating. Asher.
You started this! This is your fault!
Asher, I'm sorry.
Do you know where it originated? It originated at Nam. Though this is gram Nam yam scam.
I want to drink water. Spectre, I'm sorry. I won't bring up the yams again. Oh god, I can't laugh like this. Not right now. My nose stopped up.
I told you you're not allowed to be sick.
I'm trying. I'm also not allowed to drink water around him, but it's kind of hard. I need to do one of these. I can't unsick myself and also not drink water. All right, let's try this again. All right. About your yam scam from Graham.
Oh, my Graham yam scam?
Yes, that.
Okay.
Have you heard from Pam?
Oh, Pam's Graham nom yam scam? Oh, yeah, she's fam. Pam's Graham nom yam scam.
Damn, that is a scam.
God damn. God damn that yam Graham.
Rex? You're making it worse!
I gotta mute. I gotta sneeze. It's gonna sound nasty. Be right back.
Well, these didn't come from Sam.
Ugh. Okay, I'm good. All right, so. All right, so I'm moving on to a different subject. How's your day? What you been working on? What you been doing?
I have been getting my ships retrofitted and such for the upcoming launch into a new system.
Nice. Sounds important. Sounds neat. I've been wearing a suit at a bank. That's the epitome of what I've been doing besides watching that episode of anime, hanging out with Sweetie. But oh, right, God. What about you? Been streaming all day?
Not really. I spent the morning being melancholy, and then the afternoon I watched some YouTubes with Shine. We were watching some of that tomato gaming.
Oh
some good stuff,
yeah. That shit's
I still need to get Zim to watch that school episode that we watched.
Fuck, you should watch it. It's really good. I watched it. It was good. Freaking hilarious.
And then other than that, I've just been kind of hanging out in here and just doing some narration.
Nice. I've been trying to contemplate what I'd suggest for y'all to watch for movie night. I've been kind of in the mood for some funny, so I've been like thinking like Ace Ventura or The Mask or something with Jim Carrey in it. And then also I want to watch Mrs. Doubtfire as well at some point. I think that'd be a fun one. It feels. But yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be against just watching more Tomato Gaming, the highlights channel, and like there's some good videos in it.
Oh yeah, I'd be shit. The last time you showed me, I was like freaking dying. That was a pretty funny one. But yeah, that was a good one. I didn't know that dude was a thing, and he's pretty on point with his commentary. That was hilarious. I still think that I don't know that he was on one when he hit that one when he did that one thing. He was playing that one game.
Yeah, honestly, I think the game really carried it. Like, Tomato, he's a great streamer and all that, but that game was just fucking silly.
I kind of want to play it.
Yeah, I think it's like a Switch game, so I might have to get a Switch for that one.
That was on the Switch?
I think so. I think I remember him mentioning that in his video.
Huh.
If
what
not,
happened?
then we'll all have to play, honestly.
Sim stuff. Asher, you're not moving. Asher, you there? Asher?
I'm here.
Did my stream stop?
Looks fine on my end.
Let me restart this. Oh yeah, it totally did freeze on my screen. Yeah, just keep going. I'm doing a check.
Dear Guardian, we're probably gonna do some more narration soon, so probably not the best to go ahead and join right now. Sorry.
Darn. There goes my scheme of occasionally putting in a squeaky sound into the narration.
Man. Well, Hop, who won?
Nada.
Hey, Asher, can you give me a high five? Yay! The delay just happened. Thank you. High five.
Now that'll be 100 biddies. Mahaha!
Oh no.
That's good.
The
Zim,
economy.
that'll be 500 biddies.
What for?
For the narration, of course. You signed a contract and everything.
I don't know about if I signed one. I'm
Oh, yeah, it
Arthur.
very clearly has a paw print right here.
Doesn't look like mine.
I imagine you say that even if it was exactly like it.
Discrimination lawsuit?
Oh no, Digimon Court. Funny enough, Phoenix Wright music started playing on my side of things around this time.
Well, then I guess Zim or Asher, so we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and turn you upside down and shake you for all your lunch money. What? Did you just fucking punch me?
Damn. Wait, did you? Did you? I didn't see. You're like right there. He can literally boop your image over there.
All right. Is everyone ready for the continuation?
Oh, why?
What's up?
Why are you guys destroying bases?
That one was already destroyed. I just accepted the mission and turned it in.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You can, like, pre-destroy bases before you get the mission.
But who destroyed it?
Somebody destroyed it. It wasn't me. I'm not destroying much with my 2 mining lasers. Other than asteroids. Might have just been something you destroyed earlier. You just didn't turn in the, didn't pick up the quest.
The only things I've destroyed are things that were hostile to begin with. Yeah, it might have been the NPCs.
Mayhaps.
I see that you found something. I shall be over to investigate soon. Unless you've got it. Also, I am ready for the narration whenever you are, Ragon.
No. All right. Yep. You can continue. Chapter 10. I departed Bianca's place in George's Loner. A wood panel Studebaker that grumbled and growled and squealed wherever it went. I stopped at a payphone, a short distance from the house, and called Linda Randall's number. The phone rang several times before a quiet, dusky contralto answered. Beckett? This is Linda. Linda Randall? I asked. Hmm? She answered. She had a furry, velvety voice. Something tactile. Who's this? My name is Harry Dresden. I was wondering if I could talk to you. Harry who? She asked. Dresden. I'm a private investigator. She laughed. The sound rich enough to roll around naked in. Investigating my privates, Mr. Dresden. I like you already. I coughed. Yes, Miss Randall. Miss, she said, cutting in. Miss Randall. I'm not occupied at the moment. Miss Randall, I amended. I'd like to ask you some questions about Jennifer Stanton, if I could. Silence on the other end of the line. I could hear some sounds in the background. A radio playing, perhaps. A recorded voice talking about white zones and red zones and loading and unloading of vehicles. Miss Randall? No, she said. It won't take long, and I assure you that you aren't the subject of anything I'm doing. You could just give me a few moments of your time. No, she told me. I'm on duty, and will be the rest of the night. I don't have time for this. Jennifer Stanton was a friend of yours. She's been murdered. If there's anything you could tell me that might help. She cut me off again. There isn't, he said. Goodbye, Mr. Dresden. The line went dead. I scowled at the phone, frustrated. That was it, then. I'd gone through all the preparation, the face-off with Bianca, and possible future trouble, for nothing. No way, I thought. No way in hell. Bianca had said that Linda Randall was working as a driver for someone. The Becketts, I presumed whoever they were. I'd recognized the voice in the background as a recorded message that played outside the concourses at O'Hare Airport. She was in a car at the airport, maybe waiting to pick up the Becketts, and definitely not there for long. With no time to lose, I kicked the wheezing old Studebaker into gear and drove to O'Hare. It was far easier to blow off someone over the phone than it was to do it in person. There were several concourses, but I had to trust to luck. Luck to guide me to the right one, and luck to get me there before Miss, I am not occupied, Randall, had the opportunity to pick up her employers and leave. And a little more luck to keep the Studebaker running all the way to O'Hare. The Studebaker did make it all the way there, and on the second concourse I came across a silver baby limo, idling in a parking zone. The interior was darkened, so I couldn't see inside very well. It was a Friday evening, and the place was busy. Business folk in their sober suits returning home from long trips about the country. Cars continually purred in and out of the semicircular drive. A uniformed cop was directing traffic, keeping people from doing brainless things like parking in the middle of one of the traffic lanes in order to load up the car. I swerved the old Studebaker into a parking place, racing a Volvo for it and winning by dint of driving the older and heavier vehicle and having the more suicidal attitude. I kept an eye on the silver limo as I got out of the car and strode over to a bank of payphones. I plopped my quarter in and once more dialed the number provided by Bianca. The phone rang. In the silver limo, someone stirred. Beckett's, this is Linda, she purred. Hello, Linda, I said. This is Harry Dresden again. I could almost hear her smirk. There was a flicker of light from inside the car, the silhouette of a woman's face, then the orange glow of a cigarette being lit. I thought I told you I didn't want to talk to you, Mr. Dresden. I like women who play hard to get. She laughed, that delicious laugh. I could see her head move in the darkened car when she did. I'm getting harder to get by the second. Goodbye, again. She hung up on me. I smiled, hung up the phone, and walked over to the limo and rapped on the window. It buzzed down, and a woman in her mid-20s arched an eyebrow at me. She had beautiful eyes, the color of rain clouds, a little too much eyeshadow, and a brilliant scarlet lipstick on her Cupid's bow lips. Her hair was a medium brown, drawn back into a tight braid that made her cheeks look almost sharp, severe, except for her forelocks, which hung down close to her eyes in insolent disarray. She had a predatory look to her, harsh, sharp. She wore a crisp white shirt, gray slacks, and held a lit cigarette in one hand. The smoke curled up around my nose, and I exhaled, trying to push it away. She looked me up and down, frankly assessing. Don't tell me. Harry Dresden. I really need to talk to you, Miss Randall. It won't take long. She glanced at her watch, and then at the terminal doors, then back up at me. Well, you've got me cornered, don't you? I'm at your mercy. Her lips quirked. She took a drag of her cigarette. And I like a man who just won't stop. I cleared my throat again. The woman was attractive, but not unduly so. Yet, there was something about her that revved my engines. Something about the way she held her head or shaped her words that bypassed my brain and went straight to my hormones. Best to head directly to the point and minimize my chances of looking moronic. How did you know Jennifer Stanton? She looked up at me through long lashes. Intimately. You, worked for Bianca with her? Linda blew more smoke. That prissy little bitch. Yes, I worked with Jen. We were even roommates for a while. Shared a bed. She wrapped her lips around the last word, drawing it out with a little tremor that dripped wicked, secret laughter. Did you know Tommy Tom? I asked. Oh, sure. Fantastic in bed. She lowered her eyes and shifted on the car seat, lowering one of her hands out of sight, making me wonder where it had gone. He was a regular customer. Maybe twice a month. Jen and I would go over to his place, have a little party. She leaned toward me. He could do things to a woman that would turn her into a real animal, Harry Dresden. You know what I mean? Growling and snarling and heat. She was driving me crazy. That voice of hers inspired the kinds of dreams you wish you could remember more clearly in the morning. Her expression promised to show me things that you don't talk about with other people. If I would give her half a chance, your job, Harry. Think about your job. Some days I really hate my job. When was the last time you talked to her? She took another drag, and this time I saw a small shake to her fingers, one she quickly hid. Just not quickly enough. She was nervous. Nervous enough to be shaking. Now I could see what she was up to. She was wearing the alley cat mask, appealing to my glands instead of my brain, and trying to distract me with it, trying to keep me from finding something out. I'm not inhuman. I can be distracted by a pretty face or body like any other youngish man. And Randall was damn good at playing the part. But I do not like to be made the fool. So, Miss Sex Goddess, what are you hiding? I cleared my throat and asked mildly, when was the last time you spoke to Jennifer Stanton, Miss Randall? She narrowed her eyes at me. She wasn't dumb. Whatever else she was, she'd seen me reading her, seeing through her pretense. The flirty manner vanished. Are you a cop? she demanded. I shook my head. Scout's honor? Just trying to find out what happened to her. Damn it, she said softly. She flicked the butt of the cigarette out onto the concrete and blew out a mouthful of smoke. Look, I tell you anything, I see a cop coming around. I never saw you before. Got it? I nodded. I talked to Jen on Wednesday evening. She called me. It was Tommy's birthday. She wanted to get together again. Her mouth twisted. Sort of a reunion. I glanced about and leaned down closer to her. Did you? Her eyes were roving about now, nervous, like a cat who has found herself shut into a small room. No, she said. I had to work. I wanted to, but... Did she say anything unusual? Something that might have made you suspect she was in danger? She shook her head again. No, nothing. We hadn't talked much for a while. I didn't see her as much after I split from the Velvet Room. I frowned at her. Do you know what else she was doing? Anything she might have been involved with that could have done her hurt? She shook her head. No, nothing like that. That wasn't her style. She was sweet. A lot of girls look like...
Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Wizlikos raided my stream with 7 viewers.
Likos! Thank you so much for that raid. Yes! Asher has a model now. Hello! Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome on in. How was your stream? Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up? You want a hug? Well, I will happily give a hug. Regular this time? Alright. Well, welcome on in, everybody. I'm doing some Cosmoteer right now. My friend Rygon over at the channel Rygon Plays is currently doing a narration of the Dresden Files. So do settle on in, hit that follow button. Go check out Likos for those that are already here. And, yeah, I will be in the chat.
Hugs are always good.
Hugs are always good. But yeah, thank you so much again. Go ahead and carry on there, Rygon.
Sure thing. She shook her head. No, nothing like that. That wasn't her style. She was sweet. A lot of girls get well, they get pretty jaded, Mr. Dresden. And I've never really touched her. She made people feel better about themselves somehow. She looked away. I could never do that. All I did was get them off. There's nothing you can tell me? Nothing you can think of? She pressed her lips together and shook her head. She shook her head again, and she lied to me as she did it. I was just sure of it. She was closing in, tightening up. And if there was nothing to tell me, she wouldn't be trying to hide it. She must know something, unless she was just shutting down because I'd stomped all over her feelings, as I had Bianca's. Either way, she wasn't telling me anything else. I tightened my fist, frustrated. If Linda Randall had no information for me, I was at a dead end, and I'd romped all over another woman's feelings, 2 in one night. You are on a roll, Dresden, even if one of them had been something not human. Why, I asked her, the words slipping out before I thought about them. Why the slut act? She looked up at me again and smirked. I saw the subtle shifting in her, magnifying that sort of animal appeal she had. Once more, as she had been doing when I first approached her. She didn't hide the self-loathing in her eyes. I looked away quickly, before I had to see any more of it. I got the feeling that I didn't want to see Linda Randall's soul. Because it's what I do, Mr. Dresden. For some people it's drugs, booze. For me, orgasms, sex, passion, Just another addict. City's full of them. She glanced aside. Next best thing to love. And he keeps me in work. Excuse me. She swung open the door. I took a quick step back to get out of her way as she moved to the back of the limo. Long legs taking long steps, and opened the trunk. A tall couple, both wearing glasses and dressed in stylish gray business clothes, emerged from the terminal and approached the limo. They had the look of lifestyle professionals, the kind that have a career and no kids, with enough money and time to spend on making themselves look good. A Nordic track couple. He was carrying an overnight bag over his shoulder and a small suitcase in one hand, while she bore only a briefcase. They wore no jewelry, not even watches or wedding rings. Odd. The man slung the luggage items into the limo's trunk and looked from Linda to me. Linda avoided his eyes. He tried to speak quietly, enough not to be heard, but I have good ears. Who's this? He asked. His voice had a strained note to it. Just a friend, Mr. Beckett. A guy I used to see, she answered him. More lies. More interesting. I looked across the limo to the woman, presumably Mrs. Beckett. She regarded me with a calm face, entirely devoid of emotion. It was a little spooky. She had the look I'd seen in films, on the faces of prisoners released from the German stalags. Stalags at the end of World War II. Empty, numb, dead, and just didn't know it yet. Linda opened the back door and let Mr. and Mrs. Beckett into the car. Mrs. Beckett briefly put a hand on Linda's wrist and waist in passing, a gesture that was too intimate and possessive for the hired help. I saw Linda shiver, then close the door. She walked back around the car to me. Get out of here, she said quietly. I don't want to get in any trouble with my boss. I reached for her hand, grabbed it, and held it between both of mine as an old lover might, I supposed. My business card was pressed between our palms. My card. If you think of anything else, give me a call, okay? She turned away from me without answering, but the card vanished into a pocket before she got back into the limo. Mrs. Beckett's dead eyes watched me through the side window as the limo went by me. It was my turn to shiver. Like I said, spooky. I went on into the airport. The monitors displaying flight times flickered to fuzz as I walked by. I went to one of the cafes inside, sat down, and ordered myself a cup of coffee. I had to pay for it with change. Most of my money had gone into paying off last month's rent and into the love potion I'd let Bob talk me into making. Money I needed to get to work on Monica Sell's case, finding her husband. I didn't want to get out of hot water with the White Council, only to lose my office and apartment because I couldn't pay the bills. I sipped coffee and tried to organize my thoughts. I had two areas of concern. The most important was finding who had killed Tommy Tom and Jennifer Stanton. Not only to catch the killer before any more corpses turned up, but because if I didn't, the White Council would probably use the opportunity to have me put to death. And while tracking down killers, avoiding execution squads, I had to do some work for someone who would pay me. Tonight's excursion wasn't something I could charge Murphy for. She'd have my ass in a sling if she knew I was running around asking questions, poking my nose in where it shouldn't be. So if I wanted money from Chicago PD, I would have to spend time doing the research Murphy wanted. The black magic research that could get me killed all by itself. Or I could work on Monica Sell's missing husband case. I thought I had one pretty well pegged down, but it wouldn't hurt to get it fleshed out fully. I could spend time working on it, fill out the hours on the retainer, maybe get a few more added on. That appealed to me a lot more than trying to work out some black magic. So, I could follow up on the lead Toot Toot had given me. There had been pizza delivered out to the Lake Providence home that night. Time to talk to the delivery man, if possible. I left the cafe, went out to the payphones, and dialed directory assistance. There was only one place near the Lake Providence address that delivered pizza. I got the number and dialed through. "Pizza Splash," someone with his mouth full said. "What'll it be tonight?" "Hey there," I said. "I wonder if you can help me out. I'm looking for the driver who took an order out to an address on Wednesday night." I told him the address and asked if I could speak to the driver. "Another one," he snorted. "Sure, hang on. Jack just got in from a run." The noise on the other end of the line called out to someone, and a minute later the high baritone of a young man spoke tentatively into my ear. "Hello?" "Hello," I answered. "Are you the driver who took pizza to—" "Look," he said, his voice exasperated and nervous. "I said I was sorry already. It won't happen again." I blinked for a minute, off balance. "Sorry for what?" "Jesus," he said. I heard him move across the room with a lot of music and loud talk in the background. And then the background noise cut off, as though he had stepped into another room and shut the door behind him. "Look," he said in a half-whine. "I told you I'm not going to say anything to anyone. I was only looking. You can't blame me, right? No one answered the door. What was I supposed to do?" His voice cracked in the middle of his sentences. "A hell of a party, but hey, that's your business, right?" I struggled to keep up with the kid. "What exactly did you see, Jack?" I asked him. "No one's face," he assured me, his voice growing more nervous. He gave a jittery little laugh and tried to joke. "Better things to look at than faces, right? I mean, I don't give a damn what you do in your own house, or your friends, or whoever. Don't worry about me. Never gonna say a thing. Next time, I'll just leave the pizza and run a tab, right?" Friends. Plural. Interesting. The kid was awfully nervous. He must have gotten an eyeful. But I had the gut instinct he was hiding something else, keeping it back. "What else?" I asked him. I kept my voice calm and neutral. "You saw something else. What was it?" "None of my business," he said instantly. "None of my business. Look, I gotta get off this line. We have to keep it open for orders. It's Friday night. We're busy as hell." "What?" I said, separating my words, keeping them clipped. "Else." "Oh, shit," he breathed, his voice shaking. "Look, I wasn't with that guy. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't tell him you were having an orgy out there, honest. Jesus, mister, I don't want any trouble." Victor's cells seemed to have a real good idea of how to party, but of how to frighten teenagers. "One more question and I'll let this go," I told him. "Who was it you saw? Tell me about him." I don't know him. Didn't recognize him. Some guy with a camera, that's all. I went around the back of the house to try the back door, got up on your deck, and just saw inside. I didn't keep on looking, but he was up there, all in black with his camera taking pictures." He paused as someone pounded on the door he had closed earlier. "Oh, God, I have to go, mister. I don't know you. I don't know nothing." And then there was a scrambling of feet, and he hung up the phone. I hung up the phone myself and ambled back to George's loner. I worked out the details I had just learned on the way back to my apartment. Someone else had called Pizza Express, evidently just before I had. Someone else had gone asking after the pizza boy. Who? Why, Victor Sells, of course. Tracking down people who might have information about him. his possible presence in the lake house. Victor's cells who'd been having some sort of get-together out there that night. Maybe he'd been drunk. One of his guests had been and ordered the pizza. Now Victor was trying to cover his tracks, which implied that Victor knew someone was looking for him. Hell, as far as I knew, he'd been in the house when I'd gone out there last night. This made things a lot more interesting. A missing man who doesn't want to be found could get dangerous if someone came snooping after him. And a photographer, someone lurking around outside of windows and taking pictures. I rummaged in my duster pocket and felt the round plastic film canister. That explained where the canister had come from, at any rate. But why would someone be out there at the house taking pictures of Victor and his friends? Maybe because Monica had hired someone else, a PI, without telling me. Maybe just another neighbor with the hots for taking dirty pictures. No way to tell, really. More mysteries. I pulled the Studebaker into my drive and killed the engine. I tallied my score for the evening. Enigmas, lots. Harry, 0. My investigation for Monica's cells had netted me one husband throwing wild parties at his beach house after losing his job and working hard not to be found. Probably an advanced case of male menopause. Monica didn't seem to be the kind of woman who would take such a thing with good grace. More like the kind who would close her eyes and call me a liar if I told her the truth. But at least it merited a little more looking into. I could log a few more hours on the case, maybe earn some more money out of it before I gave her the bill. But I still didn't really know anything. The angle with Bianca had come to a dead end at Linda Randall. All I had were more questions for Miss Randall, and she was closed as a bank on Sunday. I didn't have anything solid enough to hand to Murphy to let her pursue the matter. Damn it. I was going to have to do that research after all. Maybe it would turn up something helpful. Some kind of clue to help lead me and the police to the murderer. And maybe dragons would fly out of my butt. But I had to try. So I got out of the car to go inside and get to work. He was waiting for me behind the trash cans that stood next to the stairs leading down to my front door. The baseball bat he swung at me took me behind the ear and pitched me to the bottom of the stairs in a near senseless heap. I could hear his footsteps, but couldn't quite move as he came down the stairs toward me. It figured. It was just the kind of day I was having. I felt his foot on the back of my neck, felt him lift the baseball bat. And then it came whistling down toward my skull with a mighty crack of impact. Except it missed my motionless head and whacked into the concrete next to my face, right by my eyes instead. "Listen up, Dresden," my attacker said. His voice was rough, low, purposefully hoarse. "You got a big nose. Stop sticking it where it doesn't belong. You got a big mouth. Stop talking to people you don't need to talk to. Or we're going to shut that mouth of yours." He waited a melodramatically appropriate moment, and then added, "Permanently." His footsteps retreated up the stairs and vanished. I just laid there watching the stars in front of my eyes for a while. Mister appeared from somewhere, probably drawn by the groaning noise, and started licking at my nose. I eventually regained my mobility and sat up. My head was spinning, and I felt sick to my stomach. Mister rubbed up against me as though he'd sensed something was wrong, purring in a low rumble. I managed to stand up long enough to unlock my apartment door, let Mister and myself in, and lock it behind me. I staggered over to my easy chair in the darkness and sat down with a woof of expelled breath. I sat motionless until the spinning slowed down enough to allow me to open my eyes again, until the pounding of my heart calmed down. Pounding head. Someone could have been pounding on my head with a baseball bat just then, pounding my head into new and interesting shapes that were inconducive to carrying on business-like pursuits. Someone could have been pounding Harry Dresden right into the hereafter. I cut off that line of thought. You're not some poor rabbit, Dresden, I reminded myself sternly. You are a wizard of the old school, a spell slinger of the highest caliber. You're not going to roll over for some schmuck with a baseball bat because he tells you to. Galvanized by the sound of my own voice, or maybe only by the somewhat unsettling realization that I had begun talking to myself, I stood up and built up the fire in the fireplace, then walked unsteadily back and forth in front of it, trying to think, to work out the details. Had this evening's visit triggered the warning? Who had reason to threaten me? What were they trying to keep me from finding? And most importantly, what was I going to do about it? Someone had seen me talking to Linda Randall, maybe. More likely, someone had seen me showing up at Bianca's place, asking questions. The Blue Beetle may not be glitzy, but it is sort of difficult to mistake for anyone else's car. Who would have reason to have me watched? Why hadn't Gentleman Johnny Marcone followed me so that he could have a word with me? So that he could ask me to keep out of this business with Tommy Tom's murder? Yes, he had. Maybe this has been another reminder from the mob boss. It had that kind of mafioso appeal to it. I staggered to my kitchenette and fixed myself a tisane tea for the headache, then added in some aspirin. Herbal remedies are well and good, but I don't like to take chances. Working on that same principle, I got my Smith & Wesson .38 Chief Special out of its drawer, took the cloth covering off of it, and made sure it was loaded. Then, I stuck the revolver in my jacket pocket. Wizardry aside, it's tough to beat a gun for discouraging men with baseball bats, and I sure as hell wasn't going to roll over for the tiger-souled Johnny Marcone. Let him push me around, let him know that it was all right to walk all over me whenever he felt like it. No way in hell, or on earth either. My head was throbbing, and my hands were shaking, but I went down the ladder to my workroom and started figuring out how to rip someone's heart out of his chest from 50 miles away. Who says I never do anything fun on a Friday night? That is the end of Chapter 10.
Hey, it was pretty dope.
No.
I love the Dresden
Amazing.
Files. It's so good.
I like it.
No.
Though I just lost my original ship to the point where it's not worth salvaging.
Oh, man.
Aww.
Yeah.
Now, the worst thing is with space, you can't exactly see it dramatically sink below the waves as you give a heartfelt salute. You just kind of like push it away in space and just kind of watch it float.
I apparently have one crew member left on my original ship somewhere. Oh, there they are. Okay, I guess we gotta repair this stuff. So they can actually get to the airlock, because they're just sitting here in one of the turret rooms.
They're literally just, guess I'll die.
Yep, sorry, Frank, we forgot about you.
Hey, Vernon, I might have use for those crew members now.
Okay.
I don't think I'm at max anymore.
No problem, I still have way more than I need.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... This ship is... Yeah. I could repair it, but it's just too far gone.
That looks like you take a piece of scrap and use it as just a souvenir.
Nice.
And the rest of it goes trash.
Oh, apparently your chat has a wild Among Us.
I'm not
Oh.
gonna say anything.
Alright. The Model S is officially retired.
GG.
It lived a long life until it couldn't.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jello eggs. Pour Jello in your deviled egg holder and put it in the fridge. Then set up a little whipped cream on top of them. Ooh, that sounds kind of good.
Oh.
On the plus side, I've got a new ship to go out with.
Did you ask its parents' permission first?
Don't care. I lost so many crew members. I guess I can go see now if I'll be able to get new ones. Because that is something I've been curious about, is if one dies, if I can go hire some new people.
Yeah, you should be able to.
I'm not sure how all this works yet, so I wasn't sure on that. Alright, start tearing it down.
It lived a long life until it didn't.
Yeah. Alright, we got 25 people on this ship. Let's send this ship over to the station. Hopefully it makes it there. Before you transfer people, I want to go see what happens with this, so... Let me just get this over there. I know I was at the max people before.
Jeez, so you got a spider web over there.
Sure, you can ask a question, Paradox.
No.
Joke.
No. Max scritches.
Max Scritches are always good.
Yeah.
Not when you live alone.
Oh no, then that's just Jeff. That's just Jeff. He's trying to say hello.
Paradox, so you can go and cancel the unfortunately, there's no way to just do it once.
Yeah.
For subscriptions, your best bet would probably be to throw biddies at me if you just want to do one-time support. Hey, please don't take these resources.
But yeah, you can subscribe and just go to that.
Hold up. Marv, that was you, what are you doing? Robert. Okay. Yeah, I kind of need all these resources after losing everything. But yeah, biddies would be the best way if you don't want recurring, but you can subscribe for 1 month and then go cancel it. So that way it then, oh, no worries. No worries at all, Paradox.
Who is dying? That's not allowed.
Dead.
You pulled a Bugs Bunny.
Reanimates corpse.
Comes back as a chimera.
Burnin' Son, if you could start making your way over to where my main stuff is. And yeah, when the reactor goes, it goes big.
Because just instantly decimates anything near it.
Yeah.
You want them on fog base?
Yes.
Okay. Be there in a second.
Okay, I can hire new people.
Lovely.
Turn on your warp beacon.
Oh yeah, I did make that. 1 moment. Just need my crew to actually go work it. Turn that off. Turn this off. And of course they are going to do literally everything on the stage, on the thing, except for what I want them to go work on. Job priorities. Hyperdrive beacon. 10. 10. When it's on. Alright, it should be operational.
Okay. Let's work. There we go.
Hey, sweetie.
Is the narration still going on?
Oh, we're
We
on
just
a
finished.
in between chapters.
And
Yeah.
does that mean there's talkie time now, or we wait?
Your talkie time. It's in between.
Talkie time. Numble, 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 numble.
That's not talkie. That's Numbles.
Numble, 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 numble.
Sweetie. Don't
What?
start that hard.
I'm not starting hard. Numbles are weak. They can easily be destroyed by water.
Yeah, fair argument.
And you're a water type, so.
Oh, hybrid. Water, fire.
Ugh.
You don't like
Whatever,
hybrids?
nerd.
Go ahead and transfer as many as you want. Hopefully you can.
No, I was hoping you had stuff that I could use, but you don't. So here's your 34 people.
Oh my god. As I just see them.
Take them all, I guess.
You asked for them.
Fair
What
enough.
happened? Oh. He sent a bunch of people your way.
Yeah. That will definitely make this job go a lot faster.
All right, I'm out of here.
Thank you much. Okay, and I can no longer hire new ones. So, okay, that is how this works. Cool.
Did you check if you could hire them before I sent you some?
I did.
Okay, could you?
I could.
I'll be
would you?
active in about an hour. I'm
Would
feeling a little
me?
overstimmed now.
Would I?
Okay. Bye.
Well, that's definitely a boost to everything on this station. Thank you.
No problem.
No. Alright, I'm gonna go look for something to nibble on. Yarby.
Yeah.
Rex is a good boy.
Yes, he is.
Appreciate it, sir.
The tail is still wagging.
Wagged for a moment, but it's not still wagging.
That's because he's trying to stop it.
I want to point out that I'm not the one challenging you at all at the moment. This should not count.
Count for what?
As a challenge.
Should I be punishing you for something?
Definitely not. That would be very unfair.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just enjoying this. I'm in a burrito. I'm enjoying this. No.
Sounded like a move for a second there.
Do it.
Got loud real quick. Think you might need more pets than me.
No. Oh, I don't.
I think she
No,
might.
sounds like you do. Yeah,
No.
sounds like she does.
No. If there wasn't a moon gust in chat.
Oh, I didn't officially abandon this ship yet. That's why they're not deconstructing it. Alright,
Sounds like
there
a
we
you
go.
issue.
That's just rude.
I'm sorry.
There are so many resources to gather.
Yeah, it really sounds annoying that that had to happen to you.
Yeah. We're not gonna do that. Oh, yeah, we might need to make another trip. Oh, jeez. Alternatively, I mean, I could keep this Roughhouser one. I'm not super fond of its design. I might just scrap it and build 2 more of these Fanged Fighter ones.
Yeah, I've just been redesigning stuff from scratch. It's not trying to retrofit the stuff they give you.
I rather enjoy taking what's already there and working with that.
Yeah, to a point.
It's just something I enjoy doing. I definitely understand it's not for everyone. But as for retrofitting. I personally just enjoy the retrofitting. Like, everybody's got their own preferences. For me, I like to retrofit. I like to work with what's already there.
Makes sense.
Oh, I got kind of screwed over on that mission. That was not fair.
Hi, Fru! Yeah, this is Asher.
Ah.
Hi. New model, just got it in a couple of days ago.
It's adorable.
Agreed. New model just dropped. Looks awesome.
Good night, Dunbrine. Thanks for coming by.
Night, Dunbrine. Why am I singing?
Alright, so how do I do... Oh, that's how I do a hyper jump. Can I hyper jump to the station? It would cost me 11. Alright. Whoosh. Where's the big whoosh?
Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
I ate it.
Okay, apparently it's not instant. Okay, that was kind of cool. Alright, station. I got a whole bunch of crap to give you now.
Yay!
Also, I'm buying all of your Hyperium. Do not resist.
I am buying your Hyperium. Do not resist. There is no choice.
Hold on to the rest of that. I'll sell this tritanium, sell the gold, sell the uranium. Initiate trade. Oppo!
And boy.
Hey, the snake.
Wee.
Hey, Oppo.
Hey boy.
I want more active music. To the No Life Radio.
Hey boy. Hey boy.
Boy.
Hey, Robert, you seem to be lagging a lot.
Chris, give me a bui right now.
And we.
Wait.
Really?
Oh, Chris is actually here.
What happened?
Dear, I don't... Please don't yell.
I'm sorry.
I'm fine. I have strategy. Hee
You are a good boy.
Hey boy. And hey boy.
Oh. Oh, I'm mad decent at best. Thank you though. Ah. How's the ship going?
Right now I am just cleaning up the wreck.
Nice.
Might as well take what resources I can get. Also, this roughhouser. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it.
Whew. One day I'm gonna get you on Alien Hominid. I would join that game, but I don't have it. But how much does that one cost?
I have no idea. I've had it for a while.
Oh, gotcha. Not my playstyle, but I try it with you. Might be fun. Oop, oop.
Oh, if it's not your playstyle, I'd say don't.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, I got in the StarCraft, so. Oh,
StarCraft is very different.
Yeah.
Wee wee wee. And they wee. Wee wee. Wee. Hey boy.
I love that sound.
Krisov's is precious.
He's adorable.
Deer is also cute. Yes.
Wow! Lies and slander.
Nope, you cute. Cute forest puppy.
I'm sure it's fair.
Who gave this robot the people's elbow? Holy shit. Ah.
Oh, Jesus. Please don't actually break window.
Yeah, I don't want this ship. We're gonna abandon it. Transfer crew to fog base.
I found something.
Yes?
Yes, mac and cheese. I'm making it.
Ooh.
That's not fighting, but good job. Enjoy
That's
your
not, what? That's not fighting.
fighting. You're making.
Oh.
If you found it, it would have been kind of on the table there, already pre-made or something.
Oh.
Or you may have found the ingredients. Did you find the ingredients?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, then you found it.
Maybe he made it last week and he just now found it.
No, I'm making it right now. I'm stirring it right now, actually.
What if
I'm being
he was the mac and cheese?
Then they became mac and cheese.
Oh?
Yes.
Oh?
This is a
We're
weird
TFing
TF.
Rygon into mac and cheese now?
I guess.
I guess so.
I guess
You're gonna-
I'll just be that weird mac and
Yes.
cheese dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
mascot.
Yes, I was gonna call you out. You are the mac and
Yes.
cheese dinosaur, the Cheezosaurus Rex. That's what you are.
I forgot about
They are
that.
sizzly cheesy.
Oh boy. That's one of my top 3 favorite cheese mascots.
I'm surprised
There's
there's
more?
more than 2.
There's Chester Cheetah. I'm gonna let you guess the last one, just to keep it a secret.
Brain no work and burrito.
I am not frantically looking up cheese mascots on Google. You cannot prove this.
Baby
Yeah,
bell
Agent?
cheese.
What does it say?
Would Little Caesar count? I mean, I don't know why I didn't think Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, they changed
I'm
him up.
surprised you didn't say the goldfish, mascots. Like, come on.
That's true. Jesus supposedly had a mascot. He was a prince. It's kind of weird. Prince Cheez-It.
They had a million Cheez-It mascots.
I've never seen them. They've never had a mascot to me. Let me look at Cheez-Its real quick now. It's always been just a Cheez-It on it, on the cover, on the box.
I don't know. I remember that one where they had that badass cheese, and they're like, "We wait until our cheese is like good or something like that." And then they'd have like a guy in a research coat just go up to the piece of cheese and be like, "Hey, are you an asshole?" And it's like, "Yep."
Oh,
right, not ready.
I know what you're talking about when they had like cheese blocks, cheese wedges as the
Yes.
character. They did the M&M thing basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cheese needed to mature. That was it.
Yeah. Well, they also had a prince apparently that looks like the Pringles guy.
I got this interesting little thing right here. It's something you could just grab off of like Amazon or whatever, which is a little dish that I could just pour some water in along with the mac and cheese noodles. It'll cook it up right up in the microwave in like 4 minutes. I just add the rest of the ingredients, stir it, and it's done. I don't have to get out a big old pot and pan and shit for it.
Huh. Alrighty then. Sounds Gucci to me.
Alright. You ready to do some more reading, Rygon? Or are we doing more reading?
Yeah, we can do more reading. I have to wait for the cheese to settle and set anyway.
I was thinking maybe one more chapter before we call it.
I don't know, chat. What do you think? Should we keep Zim chained to his stream for longer? Don't strain your voice too much, please. Yeah, Zim.
Oh, keep reading. Yeah, keep reading. Your voice is amazing. Why aren't you reading it?
Yeah, I think I'm only got one chapter left in me because I kind of want to go and like watch stuff.
I was concerned how that voice became slowly suffocated.
Sounds good to me. Doing one more anyway, and then we're calling it, so that's good. Do it.
Alrighty. Let me check to see how big chapter 11 is. Yeah, it's decent. It's a decent amount.
500 pages.
Yeah, if it was 500 pages, I'd have to say no. Because at some point, I want to actually eat my mac and cheese.
Just specifically that one chapter.
All right, here we go. Chapter 11. It took me the rest of the night and part of the morning. I worked out how I could murder someone in the same manner that Tommy Tom and Jennifer Stanton had been killed. After the 5th or 6th time I checked the figures, I stared at my calculations. It didn't make any sense. It was impossible. Or maybe we were all just underestimating how dangerous this killer was. I grabbed my duster and headed out without bothering to check my looks. I don't keep any mirrors in my home. Too many things can use mirrors as windows or doors. But I was pretty sure I looked like a wreck. The Studebaker's rear-view mirror confirmed this. My face was haggard, the shadow of a beard, deep circles under bloodshot eyes, and hair that looked as though it had been riding a speeding motorcycle through a cloud of greasy smoke. Smoothing your hair back with sweaty palms as a study habit will do that to you, especially if you do it for 12 or 14 hours straight. It didn't matter. Murphy wanted this information, and she needed to have it. Things were bad. Things were very, very bad. I made quick time down to the station, knowing Murphy would want to hear this from me face to face. The police station Murphy worked in was one in an aged complex of buildings that housed the Metro Police Department. It was run down, sagging in places like an old soldier who nonetheless stood at attention and struggled to hold in his gut. There was graffiti along one wall that the janitor wouldn't come to scrub off until Monday morning. I parked in the visitors' parking, easy to do on a Saturday morning, and headed up the steps and into the building. The desk sergeant wasn't the usual mustached old war horse whom I'd run into before, but a graying matron with steely eyes who disapproved of me and my lifestyle in a single glance. That made me wait until she called up Murphy. While I waited, a pair of officers came in, dragging a handcuffed man between them. He wasn't resisting them, just the opposite, in fact. His head was down, and he was moaning in an almost musical way. He was on the thin side, and I got the impression that he was young. His denim jeans and jacket were battered and kempt, as was his hair. The officers dragged him past the desk, and one of them said, "That DUI we called in. We're gonna go take him up to holding till he can see straight." The desk sergeant passed a clipboard over. One of the officers took it under his arm before the two of them dragged the young man up the stairs. I waited, rubbing my tired eyes, until the sergeant managed to get through to someone upstairs. She gave a rather surprised "humph," and then said, "All right, Lieutenant, I'll send him on up." She waved a hand at me to go on past. Feel her eyes on me as I went by, and I smoothed my palm self-consciously over my head and jaw. Special Investigations kept a little waiting area just within the door at the top of the staircase. It consisted of 4 wooden chairs and a sagging old couch that would probably kill your back if you tried to sleep on it. Murphy's office was at the end of a double row of cubicles. Murphy stood just inside her office with a phone pressed to her ear, wearing a martyred expression. She looked like a teenager having a fight with an out-of-town boyfriend, though she'd tear my head off if she heard me saying any such thing. I waved my hand, and she nodded back at me. She pointed at the waiting area, then shut her office door. I took a seat in one of the chairs and leaned my head back against the wall. I had just closed my eyes when I heard a scream behind me in the hallway. There was a struggling sound and a few startled exclamations before the scream repeated itself, closer this time. I acted without thinking. I was too tired to think. I rose and went into the hall toward the source of the sound. To my left was the staircase. To my right, the hallway stretched ahead of me. A figure appeared, the silhouette of a running man moving toward me with long strides. It was the man who had hung so limply between the two officers, humming a few minutes before. He was the one screaming. I heard a scrabbling sound, and then the pair of officers I had seen downstairs a few moments before came around the corner. Neither of them was a young man anymore, and they both ran with their bellies out, puffing for breath, holding their gun belts against their hips with one hand. "Stop!" One of the officers shouted, panting. "Stop it, man!" The hair on the back of my neck prickled. The man running toward me kept on screaming, high and terrified, his voice a long and uninterrupted peal of something. Terror, panic, lust, rage, all rolled up into a ball and sent spewing out into the air through his vocal cords. I had a quick impression of wide, staring eyes, a dirty face, a denim jacket, and old jeans as it came down the shadowy hallway. His hands were behind his back, presumably held there by cuffs. He wasn't seeing the hall he was running through. I don't know what he was looking at, but I got the impression that I didn't want to know. He came hurtling toward me on the stairs, blind and dangerous to himself. It wasn't any of my business, but I couldn't let him break himself apart in a tumble down the stairs. I threw myself toward him as hard as I could, attempting to put my shoulder into his stomach and drive him backward in a football-style tackle. There is a reason I got cut every year during high school. I rammed into him, but he just woofed out of breath and spun to one side into a wall. It was as though he hadn't seen me coming and had no realization that I was there. He just kept staring blindly and screaming, careening off the wall and continuing on his way toward the stairs. I went down to the floor, my head abruptly throbbing again where that unknown tough had wrapped me with a baseball bat last night. One good thing about being as tall as I am, I have long arms. I rolled back toward him and lashed out with one hand, fingers clutching. I caught his jeans at the cuff and gave his leg a solid sideways tug. That did it. He spun off balance and went down to the tile floor. The scream stopped as the fall took the wind from him. He slid to the top of the stairs and stopped, feebly struggling. The officers pounded past me toward him, one going to either side. And then, something strange happened. A young man looked up at me, and his eyes rounded and dilated, until I thought they had turned into huge black coins dotted into his bloodshot eyeballs. His eyes rolled back into his head until he could hardly have been able to see. And he started to shout in a clarion voice.
"Wizard!" he trumpeted. "Wizard, I see you, wizard. I see the things that follow. Those who walk before and he who walks behind, they come for you."
"Oh, Jesus Christ on a crutch," the shorter, rounder officer said as they took the man by his arms and started dragging him back down the hall. "Junkies. Thanks for the assist, buddy." I stared at the man, stunned. I caught the sleeve of the taller officer. "What's going on, sir?" I asked him. He stopped, letting the prisoner hang between him and his partner. The prisoner's head was bowed forward, and his eyes were still rolled back, but he had his head turned toward me and was grinning a horrible, toothy grin. His forehead was wrinkled oddly, almost as though he were somehow focusing on me through the bones of his brow ridges and the frontal lobes of his brain. "Junkie," the taller officer said. "One of those new three-eyed punks. Caught him down by the lake in his car with nearly 4 grams of the stuff. Probably more in him." He shook his head. "You okay?" Fine, I assured him. "Three-eye? That new drug?" The shorter officer snorted. "One that's supposed to make them see the spirit world. That kind of crap." The taller one nodded. "Stuff hooks harder than crack. Thanks for the help. Didn't know you were a civilian, though. Didn't expect anyone but police down here at this time of day." No problem," I assured him. I'm fine." "Hey," the stouter one said. He squinted at me and shook his finger. "Aren't you the guy that psychic consultant Carmichael told me about?" "I'll take the 5th, I said to him with a grin that I didn't feel. The two officers chuckled and turned back to their business, quickly shouldering me aside as they dragged their prisoner away. He whispered in a mad little voice, all the way down the hall.
See you, wizard. See he who walks behind."
I returned to my chair in the waiting area at the end of the row of cubicles and sat down, my head throbbing, my stomach rolling uncomfortably. He who walks behind. I had never seen the junkie before, never been close to him. I hadn't sensed the subtle tension of power in the air around him that signified the presence of a magical practitioner. So how the hell had he seen the shadow of he who walks behind flowing in my wake? For reasons I don't have time to go into now, I am marked indelibly with the remnants of the presence of a hunter spirit, a sort of spectral hitman known as he who walks behind. I had beaten long odds in surviving the enemy of mine who had called up he who walks behind, sent him after me. But even though the hunter spirit had never gotten to me, the mark could still be seen upon me by those who knew how, by using the third sight, stretching out behind me like a long and horribly shaped shadow, sort of like a spiritual scar to remind me of the encounter. But only a wizard had that kind of vision, the ability to sense the auras and manifestations of magical phenomena, and that junkie had been no wizard. Was it possible that I had been wrong in my initial assessment of Three Eye? Could the drug genuinely grant to its users the visions of the third sight? I shuddered at the thought. The kind of things you see when you learn how to open your third eye could be blindingly beautiful, bring tears to your eyes. Or they could be horrible. Things that made your worst nightmares seem ordinary and comforting. Visions of the past, the future, of the true natures of things. Psychic stains, troubled shades, spirit folk of all description. The shivering power of the never-never in all its brilliant and subtle hues. And all going straight into your brain. Unforgettable. Permanent. Wizards quickly learn how to control the third eye, to keep it closed except in times of great need, or else they go mad within a few weeks. I shivered. If the drug was real, if it really did open the third eye in mortals, instead of just inflicting ordinary hallucinations upon its users, then it was far more dangerous than it seemed, even with the deleterious effects demonstrated by the junkie I had tackled. Even if a user didn't go mad from seeing too many horrible or otherworldly things, he might see through the illusions and disguises of any of a number of beings that passed among mankind regularly, unseen, which could compel such creatures to act in defense for fear of being revealed. Double jeopardy. Dresden, Murphy snapped. Wake up! I blinked. Not asleep, I slurred. Just resting my eyes. She snorted. Save it, Harry, she said, and pushed a cup in my hands. She'd made me coffee with a ton of sugar in it, just the way I like. And even though it was a little stale, it smelled like heaven. You're an angel, I muttered. I took a sip, then nodded down the row of cubicles. You want to hear this one out in your office. I could feel her eyes on me as I drank. All right, she said. Let's go. And the coffee's 50 cents, Harry. I followed her to her office, a hastily assembled thing with cheap plywood walls, and a door that wasn't hung quite straight. The door had a paper sign taped to it, neatly lettered in black magic marker with Lieutenant Karen Murphy. There was a rectangle of lighter wood where a plaque had once held some other hapless policeman's name. The office never bothered to put up a fresh plaque was a not-so-subtle reminder of the precarious position of the Special Investigations Director. Her office furniture, the entire interior of the office, in fact, was a contrast with the outside. Her desk and chair were sleek, dark, and new. Her PC was always on and running on its own desk set immediately to her left. A bulletin board covered most of one little wall, and current cases were neatly organized on it. Her college diploma, the Aikido trophies, and her marksman's awards were on the wall to one's immediate right as you entered the office. Sitting there, right next to your face, if you were standing before her desk, or sitting in the chair in front of it. That was Murphy. Organized, direct, determined, and just a little bit belligerent. Hold it, Murphy told me. I stopped outside of her office, as I always did, while she went inside and turned off, then unplugged her computer and the small radio on her desk. Murphy is used to the kind of mayhem that happens whenever I get around machinery. After she was done, I went on in. I sat down and slurped more coffee. She slid up onto the edge of her desk, looking down at me. Her blue eyes narrowed. She was dressed no less casually on a Saturday than when she was on a work day. Dark slacks, dark blouse set off by her golden hair, and bright silver necklace and earrings. Very stylish. I, my rumpled sweats and t-shirt, black duster, and mussed hair, felt very slouchy. "All right, Harry," she said.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
Paradoxical Otter just subscribed.
Paradox, thank you so very much for that subscription and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead, Ryga.
Eat mac and cheese.
Ah.
"All right, Harry," she said. "What have you got for me?" I took one last drink of coffee, stifled a yawn, and put the cup down on her desk. She slipped a coaster under it as I started speaking. "I was up all night working on it," I said, keeping my voice soft. "I had a hell of a time figuring out the spell, and as near as I can figure it, it's almost impossible to do to one person, let alone two at once." She glared at me. "Don't tell me almost impossible. I've got 2 corpses that say otherwise." "Keep your shirt on," I growled at her. "I'm just getting started. You've got to understand the whole thing if you're going to understand any of it." Her glare intensified. She put her hands on the edge of her desk and said in a deadly, reasonable tone, "All right. Why don't you explain it to me?" I rubbed at my eyes again. "Look, whoever did this did it with a thaumaturgic spell. That much I'm sure of. He or she used some of Tommy Tom and Jennifer Stan's hair or fingernails or something to create a link to them. Then they ripped out a symbolic heart from some kind of ritual doll or sacrificial animal and used a whale of an amount of energy to make the same thing happen to the victims." "This doesn't tell me anything new, Harry." I'm getting there, I said. "The amount of energy you need to do this is staggering. It would be a lot easier to manage a small earthquake than to affect a living being like that. Best case scenario, I might be able to do it without killing myself. It's one person who had really, really pissed me off." "You're naming yourself as a suspect?" Murphy's mouth quirked at the corner. I snorted. "I said I was strong enough to do it to one person. I think it would kill me to try 2. "You're saying that some sort of wizard version of Arnold Schwarzenegger pulled this off?" I shrugged. "It's possible, I suppose. More likely, someone who's just really good pulled it off. Raw power doesn't determine all that you can do with magic. Focus matters too. The better your focus is, the better you are at putting your power in one place at the same time. The more you can get done. Sort of like when you see some ancient little Chinese martial arts master shatter a tree trunk with his hands. He couldn't lift a puppy over his head, but he can focus what power he does have with incredible effect." Murphy glanced at her Aikido trophies and nodded. "Okay," she said. "I can understand that, I think. So you're looking for the wizard version of Mr. Miyagi." "Or," I said, lifting a finger, "more than one wizard worked on this at the same time. pooled their power together and used it all at once. My pounding head, combined with a queasy stomach and the caffeine, was making me a little woozy. Teamwork. Teamwork. That's what counts. Multiple killers, Murphy drawled. I don't have one, and you're telling me there might be 50. 13, I corrected her. You can never use more than 13. I don't think that's very likely. It's a bitch to do. Everyone in the circle has to be committed to the spell. I have no doubts, no reservations, and they have to trust one another implicitly. You don't see that kind of thing from your average gang of killers. This just isn't something that's going to happen outside of some kind of fanaticism, a cult or political organization. A cult, Murphy said. She rubbed at her eyes. The Arcane is going to have a field day with this one if it gets out. So Bianca is involved in this after all. Surely she's got enough enemies out there who could do this. She could inspire that kind of effort to get rid of her. I shook my head. The pain was getting worse, heavier, but pieces were falling into place. No, you're thinking the wrong angle here. The killer wasn't taking out the hooker and Tommy Tom to get at Bianca. How do you know? I went to see her, I responded. Damn it, Harry! I didn't react to her anger. You know she wasn't going to talk to you, Murph. She's an old-fashioned monster girl, no cooperation with the authorities. But she did talk to you, Murphy demanded. I said pretty, please. I would beat you to crap if you didn't already look like it, he said. What did you find out? Bianca wasn't in on it. She didn't have a clue who it could have been. She was nervous, scared. I didn't mention that she'd been scared enough to try to take me to pieces. So someone was sending a message. Not to Bianca? To Johnny Marcone, I confirmed. Gang war in the streets, Murphy said. And now the outfit is bringing sorcery into it as well. Mafioso magic spells, Jesus Christ. She drummed her heels on the edge of the desk. Gang war. 3i suppliers versus conventional narcotics, right? She stared at me for a minute. Yeah, Murphy said. Yeah, it is. How did you know? We've been holding out details from the papers. I just ran into this guy who was stoned out of his mind on 3i. Something he said makes me think that stuff isn't a bunch of crap. It's for real. And you would have to be one very, very badass wizard to manufacture a large quantity of this kind of drug. Murphy's blue eyes glittered. So, whoever is the one supplying the streets with 3i is the one who murdered Jennifer Stanton and Tommy Tom. I'm pretty sure of it. It feels right. I'd tend to agree, Murphy said, nodding. All right, then. How many people do you know of who could manage the killing spell? Christ, Murphy, I said. You can't ask me to just hand you a list of names of people to drag downtown for questioning. She leaned down closer to me, blue eyes fierce. Wrong, Harry. I can ask you. I can tell you to give them to me. And if you don't, I can haul you in for obstruction and complicity so quick it'll make your head spin. My head's already spinning, I told her. A little giggle slipped out. Throbbing head. Pound, pound, pound. You wouldn't do that, Murph. I know you. You know damn well that if I had anything you could use, I would give it to you. You just let me in on the investigation and give me the chance to... No, Harry, she said, her voice flat. Not a chance. I'm ass-deep in alligators already without you getting difficult on me. You're already hurt, and don't ask me to buy you some line about falling down the stairs. I don't want to have to scrape you off the concrete. Whoever did Tommy Tom is going to get nasty when someone comes poking around, and it isn't your job to do it, it's mine. Suit yourself, I told her. You're the one with the deadline. Her face went pale, and her eyes blazed. You're such an incredible shit, Harry. I started to answer her. I really did. But my skull got loose and shaky on my neck. And things spun around, and my chair sort of wobbled up onto its back legs and whirled about precariously. I thought it was probably safest to slide my way along to the floor, rubbery as a snake. The tiles were nice and cool underneath my cheek, and felt sort of comforting. My head went boom, boom, boom the whole time I was down there, spoiling what would have otherwise been a very pleasant little nap. That is the end of Chapter 11.
Nice.
Very well.
Glad you enjoyed. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Glad you all enjoyed it. Sorry for the coughing.
Oh, you're fine.
That's fine.
Not
Surprised no
the
one's
truth.
turned you into a coughing yet. Surprised no one's turned you into a coughing yet.
Oh,
Like,
no,
turned
aren't
to a
you?
cub chew.
Well, I mean, he's okay. Well, went to bed.
Oh, okay, we're safe then. In that case.
At least from woe.
Woe rises from the bed.
Rise from your grave.
Illicit vengeance upon
Rise
those who
from
dare
your
do wrong.
grave.
Comes out like the Undertaker. Just shoots right up.
Hey, Zim, are you in a position to unpause?
Done.
Well, I'm awake now. Someone just said Zim and pause in the same sentence.
I like pause. I fucking hell!
That was my paw pun for today.
God damn it, shush. My brain wasn't working. It's like, oh, pause for mention. I like pause.
Okay, so when you jumped, it left us, our ships in the other system, and we can't really do anything over here, and trying to view the other system brings up a vote for us to be able to view it, but I don't see that vote showing up on your stream, so you can't vote. So I don't know if you can just bring the view back over to the other system?
I have no idea how.
Hit the galaxy button, top left. And then click on the other
Oh,
system.
So this
View
is
it.
what this is.
Persepolis on the bottom right.
I'm looking around for a moment.
No worries. And don't jump there, but can you take the view there?
I'm left click and right clicking and nothing's coming up.
Huh. Yeah, if I left click on it, it brings up a vote to take the view back on there, but it says transfer everybody there, so
Just do the vote.
but I am, and you're not getting the vote, so we can't finish the vote because you can't vote.
I keep on hearing the word vote.
Well, yes, because we keep saying it.
You might have to jump your ship back over there.
So it's gonna drag you both along with. You both have to come wherever I'm going.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Sounds annoying as fuck.
Yeah, especially because I haven't cleared out this place, and I don't think either of you are really properly prepared for combat.
I just need to find asteroids. I don't need to find enemies. I'm fine.
Well, yes, but enemies are wandering around among the asteroids.
I'm good at running away.
Got it. Enemies are wandering among us.
Alright, I'll just warp back. Wait, why are you two... What? Apparently it's gonna leave behind 2 of my ships. No, I want you to jump as well. This is costing me fuel. If I manage to get this jump off without being attacked. And it's waiting on you two.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I don't think I'm gonna be doing multiplayer with this game again. It's really not set up for it.
Yeah, it sounds like you'd have a better time if you could use some mods for stuff or something.
Well, I can do mods. Mods are a thing. It's just...
Yeah, it's just multiplayer needs to bake in the oven a little longer.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Risk of Rain. It's fun with 2 people, but if you put any more than 2 people, it starts getting annoying for just gameplay reasons. Oh shit.
Yeah, I know there are mods, but there's also, you know... Do me a favor and transfer your ships to me, because I'm going to be wrapping up here anyways. Maybe then I can do something with it, and I'll play around with it offline or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I can't even select my ship because it's in the wrong system.
Ah, right.
I can't even view that system. All I can view is the galaxy map.
Okay, well, took care of that pirate problem, so let me go get back over there.
Oh, it's because when you jump across systems, you have to be at the actual gate, and we weren't at the gate.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like that should have caused any problems.
And that disconnected, I think, both of us, because we're now
And
both
that
in the
crashed
lobby.
the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not... The game needs some more time before it's ready for multiplayer, unfortunately. But it is a fun game. I highly recommend it. At least I've been having fun with it. But anyways, thank you everybody so much for joining us today for Cosmoteer, as well as the narration from Rygon. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, dippers, and subscribers. It is your support that allows us to continue to bring these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without you guys, without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. as well as coming by, hanging out, subscribing to our YouTube, picking up packs of cards through stream loots, and grabbing some merch through our merch store, which is available through our link tree. And hopefully soon through zgfgaming.store again. But for now, thanks for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Keep it red.
Good night.
Night all.